Yes, good morning to all. Yes, आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in the last period, we have seen different statements of the thermodynamics. We have seen the different statements of first law of thermodynamics. Now, later on, we have seen that is a modified first law. Modified first law, that is first law generally related with energy, but according to Einstein's, that is mass and energy are equivalent. Mass and energy are, that is, equivalent. So that is a modified law is the total mass and energy of an isolated system, that is a always remains constant. So this is the, that is a modified law, that is energy तो है ही, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो है मास भी आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम की जो है हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहती है. Up to this in the last period we have discussed. Now the next point is mathematical expression of first law of thermodynamics. That is mathematical expression for first law of thermodynamics. For that, suppose Q is the quantity of heat absorbed by a system. यानी Q amount की heat एक system ने जो है absorb की जा रही है to change from its initial state A to final state B. Now, the heat absorbed is utilized in two ways. The heat utilized in, that is the two ways. Some part of heat that is utilized to increase internal energy. यानी जब कोई सिस्टम से हीट एब्सॉर्ब होती है तो वो दो हिस्सों में तकसीम होती है, या इट इज यूटिलाइज इन टू वेज. अब दो हिस्से कौन से हैं, उसके दो पार्ट्स कौन से हैं? सो सम पार्ट ऑफ इट इज यूटिलाइज टू इंक्रीज इंटरनल एनर्जी. एक तो जो है उस सिस्टम की इंटरनल एनर्जी इंक्रीज करने में एक पार्ट उसका जो है सर्फ होता है, और रिमेनिंग पार्ट इज यूटिलाइज टू डू एक्सटर्नल वर्क ऑफ एक्सपांशन. और जो बाकी का जो पार्ट है वो जो है काम करने में, दैट इज द, इट इज यूज्ड टू यूटिलाइज द वर्क. दैट इज व्हेन suppose that is q quantity of heat absorbed by a system, then it is utilized in two ways. That is, first, some part of it is used to increase internal energy of the system, and remaining part of it is utilized to, that is do external work. Now if E1 and E2, if E1 and E2 are, that is the internal energy, if E1 and E2 are internal energy of the system at initial and final state, and E1 is the internal energy at initial state, while E2 is the internal energy at final state respectively, and W is the work done by the system, and W is the work done by the system. Then according to first law, Q is equal to, that is heat absorbed is equal to E2 minus E1, E2 minus E1 plus W. Therefore, Q is equal to this E2 minus E1, that is E2 is the internal energy in final state, E1 internal energy in initial state. So instead of this E2 minus E1, instead of this E2 minus E1, we can write delta E plus, that is W is the work done. So mathematical expression for first law of thermodynamics is Q is equal to delta E plus W. This is very important equation. This equation is used in many concepts. In the next, that is the bits. Therefore, Q is equal to, remember this equation, Q is equal to delta E plus W. Now, for infinitesimally small change, dq, that is d is the small change, dq is equal to d plus dw. So this is the mathematical expression for first law of thermodynamics, that is Q is equal to delta E plus W. Remember this equation. Now, some special cases of first law, special cases in what isothermal process, what will be the value of Q? For isochoric process, what will be the value of Q? And for adiabatic process, what will be the value of Q or W? We see one by one. Now for isothermal process, now isothermal process में क्या होता है? Delta E is equal to 0. That is, the internal energy remains constant. Delta E की value 0 है. So put this value of delta E as 0 in that is first law equation. What is first law equation? That is Q is equal to delta E plus W. तो डेल्टा ई 0 रखिए इसमें, Q is equal to delta E plus W में, तो क्या होगा? Q is equal to W. जो प्रीवियस इक्वेशन मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ फर्स्ट लॉ जो है Q is equal to delta E plus W, उसमें क्या करना है आपको? डेल्टा E की वैल्यू 0 रखना है. जब डेल्टा E की वैल्यू 0 रखेंगे तो क्या आएगा? Q is equal to, that is the W. Since delta E is 0, internal energy is 0 for isothermal process. So this is the first case for isothermal process. Now second, for isochoric process. अब isochoric process में क्या होता है? That is volume constant होता है. That is the value of delta V is 0. Delta V is equal to 0. Now when delta V is equal to 0, work done, that is P into delta V. इस इक्वेशन में डेल्टा V की वैल्यू 0 रखिए तो क्या होगा? W is equal to 0 होगा. W is equal to 0. तो जब W is equal to 0, ये इक्वेशन Q is equal to डेल्टा फर्स्ट लॉ में रखिए. व्हाट इज फर्स्ट लॉ इक्वेशन? Q is equal to डेल्टा E plus W. तो वहां पर W की कीमत 0 रखेंगे, सॉरी W की कीमत 0 रखेंगे तो क्या होगा? Q is equal to डेल्टा E. That is first law equation is Q is equal to delta E plus W. W क्या है इसमें? 0 है. क्यों 0 है? Because process is isochoric. That is delta V is equal to 0. Therefore, Q is equal to delta E. So for isochoric process, Q is equal to delta E. Now third case, for adiabatic process. Adiabatic process में क्या होता है? Q is equal to 0. Q is equal to 0. Now put this Q is equal to 0 in first law equation. What is first law equation? Q is equal to delta E plus W. Now instead of this Q, we have to put 0 because process is adiabatic. So 0 is equal to delta E plus W. Therefore, that is W is equal to, that is minus delta E. So these are the three cases for, that is first law, for isothermal, for isochoric, and for, that is the adiabatic process. Now next is sign convention. Now the sign convention already we have studied in the last period. That is when Q is taken as plus positive, when Q is taken as, that is the negative. I will, that is explain it. That is, if heat is absorbed, heat is absorbed, it is denoted by, that is the value of Q is positive, that is plus Q. And if heat is evolved, अगर heat evolve हो रही है, so Q is negative. So already that is, only remember, when heat is absorbed, it is taken as plus Q, and when heat is evolved, it is taken as, that is the minus Q. Now for delta E is internal energy change. if internal energy of system increases, अगर internal energy of the system बढ़ रही है, increase हो रही है, then in this process what will happen, E2 is greater than E1, E2 बड़ा होता है E1 से, that is delta E is positive. That is if internal energy increases, then the value of delta E is positive. Now if internal energy of system decreases, अगर internal energy decrease हो रही है, that is E1 is greater than E2, E1 is greater than E2, that is then delta E is negative. Delta E की value क्या होगी, that is the negative होगी. So this is the internal energy, that is when internal energy is positive, that is when system internal energy of the system increases. In this case E2 is greater than E1, therefore delta E is positive. If internal energy of the system decreases, then E1 is greater than E2, then delta E is negative. Now work, now as already we have seen the concept of work, that is when work is positive and work is negative. If work done is by the system on the surrounding, if work is done by the system on the surrounding, it is called work of expansion, then W is positive. अगर वर्क जो है बाय द सिस्टम ऑन द सराउंडिंग हो रहा है तो हम क्या लेंगे, वर्क पॉजिटिव लेंगे. और इफ वर्क इज डन ऑन द सिस्टम, इसके अपोजिट हो रहा है, सिस्टम पर हो रहा है, इफ द वर्क इज डन ऑन द सिस्टम बाय द सराउंडिंग, that is it is called work of compression and W is negative. That is when work is done by the system on the surrounding, the work is positive, that is W is positive. And if work is done on the system by the surrounding, that is work is negative. So this is the sign convention. Next, now next concept is enthalpy. Enthalpy. Now enthalpy is denoted by capital H. Enthalpy is denoted by capital H. Now heat absorb or evolve in a chemical reaction at constant pressure can be conveniently expressed in terms of new thermodynamic function called enthalpy or total heat content of the system. It is a one form of heat, that is enthalpy is nothing but it is the heat content of the system, that is heat absorb or evolve, heat absorb or evolve in a chemical, that is a reaction at constant pressure can be, that is conveniently expressed in terms of new thermodynamic function called enthalpy or total heat content. Enthalpy यानी एक heat की एक शक्ल है, total heat content of the system. Now the total energy content of a system including pressure volume type of energy is called, that is enthalpy of a system, that is the total energy content of a, that is a system including pressure volume, that is a type, is called as enthalpy of system. So enthalpy is denoted by H and the formula is, that is H is equal to, that is E plus PV. H is equal to E plus PV. This is very important equation, that is H is equal to E plus PV, where E is the, H is the enthalpy. Enthalpy is denoted by capital H. E is the internal energy. E is internal energy and P is pressure and V is volume. That is enthalpy is nothing but the, it is total heat content including, that is a pressure volume type of energy. Total heat energy content including pressure volume type of energy is called enthalpy. Now since E, that is internal energy, P pressure and V volume are state function, we have seen that is what is its state function, the quantity which depends upon initial and final state of the system and not on the path is called state function. So E internal energy is a state function P, that is pressure, is a state function. V, that is a volume. This is also a state function. So enthalpy is also a state function. Enthalpy is also a state function. That is, it depends upon initial and final state of the system and not on the path. Absolute value of enthalpy cannot be calculated. Absolute value of enthalpy cannot be calculated, but change in enthalpy is denoted by delta H, can be calculated as delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Well, delta H change in enthalpy, चेंज इन कोई भी क्वांटिटी का अगर चेंज मालूम करना है तो सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है, इसमें फाइनल क्वांटिटी जो है, फाइनल क्वांटिटी माइनस इनिशियल क्वांटिटी. Here H2 is the enthalpy in final state and H1 enthalpy in initial state. So that is delta H, that is enthalpy, can be calculated as enthalpy change delta S is equal to H2 minus H1. Next, now we have to see relation between internal energy and enthalpy. Relation between internal energy and enthalpy. We have to obtain, that is equation for change in, that is the enthalpy. For that, that is consider a system in state A. We have considered a system in state A which changes to state B. And एक system है जिसमें A is converted into B. Let initial enthalpy of H1. Initial enthalpy क्या है सिस्टम की? H1 है. प्रेशर P1 है. प्रेशर P1 and volume, that is the V1. यानी इनिशियल स्टेट में जो एंथैल्पी है, इनिशियल स्टेट में जो एंथैल्पी है उस सिस्टम की एंथैल्पी H1 है, प्रेशर P1 है, वॉल्यूम V1 है और इंटरनल एनर्जी E1 है. Then what is the, that is the enthalpy? स्क्रीन नजर आ रही है क्या? अभी चैट में मैसेज आया था, स्क्रीन नजर नहीं आ रही है. एस
आ रही है सर.
आ रही, ओके. सो दैट इज hence H1 is equal to E1 plus P1 V1. यानी यहाँ पे एंथैल्पी का जो इक्वेशन है इनिशियल स्टेट में हमने लिखा है, दैट इज H1 is equal to E1 plus P1 V1. यानी एंथैल्पी का इक्वेशन क्या है? H is equal to E plus PV. सिंपली क्या करना है आपको, H के जगह H1 लेना है, E के जगह E1 लेना है, प्रेशर और वॉल्यूम के जगह P1 और V1, दैट इज सफिक्स 1 लेना है. सो इट इज द इक्वेशन ऑफ एंथैल्पी इन इनिशियल स्टेट. नाउ सिमिलरली फाइनल स्टेट, सिमिलरली फॉर फाइनल स्टेट. फाइनल स्टेट में क्या होगा इक्वेशन इसका? H2 is equal to E2 plus P2 V2. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 2. यानी इनिशियल स्टेट में जो एंथैल्पी का इक्वेशन है उसको हमने, दैट इज V1 इक्वेशन 1 कंसिडर किया है और H2 जो इक्वेशन है, H2 is equal to E2 plus P2 V2. It is equation number 2. Now change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy. Delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Now H2 की वैल्यू इक्वेशन 2 से है, यहाँ पे रखिए. क्या है H2 की वैल्यू? E2 plus P2 V2. We have put the value of H2. Now minus H1. What is the value of H1? E1 plus P1 V1. E1 plus P1 V1. Now अब क्या कीजिए, माइनस से सेकेंड ब्रैकेट को मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए. दिस E2 एज इट इज, दिस E2 एज इट इज. अब क्या करेंगे, दिस माइनस मल्टीप्लाई बाय E1, इट बिकम्स माइनस E1. ओके, E2 माइनस E1 प्लस ये P2 V2 एज इट इज, P2 V2. अब क्या करना है, ये माइनस से P1 V1 को मल्टीप्लाई करना है, माइनस P1 V1. सो डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू E2 माइनस E1 प्लस P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Now फॉर आइसोबारिक प्रोसेस, आइसोबारिक प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, ए प्रोसेस इन विच प्रेशर ऑफ द सिस्टम रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट, यानी आइसोबारिक प्रोसेस में सिस्टम का प्रेशर कांस्टेंट होता है। तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे, P1 इज इक्वल टू P2 इज इक्वल टू P। तो ऊपर के इक्वेशन में जहां पर P1 है, जहां पर P2 है, उसके जगह क्या रखेंगे आप, P रखेंगे। देन अबो इक्वेशन बिकम्स, तो ऊपर का इक्वेशन क्या होगा, देखिए डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू, डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू, अब देखिए E2 माइनस E1, E2 माइनस E1, दिस इज द चेंज इन इंटरनल एनर्जी, सो वी कैन राइट डेल्टा E, यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे आप, डेल्टा E रखेंगे, प्लस P इंटू V2 माइनस V1। अब देखिए P2 की जगह P रखेंगे आप और P1 की जगह भी P रखेंगे, तो क्या होगा, दोनों में P कॉमन होगा, दो इस क्वांटिटी में P2 V2 P1 V1 में P2 और P1 के जगह P रखेंगे तो P कॉमन होगा। टेक P आउटसाइड द ब्रैकेट, P को हम क्या करेंगे, ब्रैकेट के बाहर लेंगे, तो ब्रैकेट में क्या रहेगा फिर V2 माइनस V1, V2 माइनस V1, देयरफॉर डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा E प्लस in bracket V2 minus V1, therefore delta H is equal to delta E plus, now instead of this V2 minus V1 what we can write, V2 minus V1 के बजाय क्या लिखेंगे आप, that is it is the change in volume, change in volume that can be denoted by delta V, so delta H is equal to delta E plus P into delta V. This is the expression for change in enthalpy and internal energy. Now next, now for a chemical reaction involving only solid or liquid at constant pressure, यानी if the reaction takes place in only solid state or only liquid state at constant pressure, then P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 and hence that is delta H is equal to delta E। यानी क्या होगा, देखिए अगर रिएक्शन ओनली सॉलिड स्टेट में है या ओनली गैस लिक्विड स्टेट में है, लेकिन कंडीशन क्या है, कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, तो P क्या होगा, जीरो होगा। देखिए सो व्हाट इज द प्रीवियस इक्वेशन फॉर एंथैल्पी चेंज, डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा E प्लस P इनटू डेल्टा V। सो दिस इक्वेशन आई विल, इक्वेशन 3, तो इक्वेशन 3 में क्या करना है आपको, P जीरो रखना है इक्वेशन 3 में, बिकॉज एट कांस्टेंट प्रेशर P जीरो रखेंगे तो क्या होगा, ये जीरो P इंटू डी दैट इज ये जीरो हो जाएगा, तो व्हाट रिमेन्स, दैट इज द डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा E। नाउ बट इफ वन और मोर ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट आर गैसियस, अगर एक या एक से ज्यादा रिएक्टेंट या प्रोडक्ट गैसियस है, देयर appreciable difference in delta H and delta E। Now consider a system with n1 number of moles, यानी एक सिस्टम लिए हैं हमने, इसमें n1 is the number of mole of gaseous with volume V1, pressure P1 and internal energy E1, hence that is H1 is equal to E1 plus P1 V1, H1 is equal to E1 plus P1 V1, equation number 1. This is the enthalpy equation in initial state. Now similarly for final state, initial state में हम H1 consider करेंगे और final state में H2, H2 is equal to E2 plus P2 V2, as already we have seen, ये तो हमने पहले ही देखा है। Now change in enthalpy, delta H is equal to H2 minus H1, delta H is equal to H2 minus H1, therefore that is put the values of that is H2 and H1, so therefore delta H is equal to, what is the value of that is H2, the value of H2 is E2 plus P2 V2, E2 plus P2 V2 minus E1 plus P1 V1. Now rearrange the term, that is delta H is equal to E2 plus P2 V2 minus, ये माइनस से इस ब्रैकेट को, सेकेंड ब्रैकेट को मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए माइनस साइन से, सो माइनस E1 और ये माइनस से फिर P1 V1 को मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए, तो क्या होगा, माइनस P1 V1। सो दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 3। ओनली वी हैव टेकन चेंज इन एंथैल्पी, दैट इज delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. We have put the values of value of H2 and H1 and we have expand the that is the expansion of that bracket. So delta H is equal to E2 plus P2 V2 minus E1 minus P1 V1. This is equation number 3. Now for ideal gas, we have ideal gas equation, as we have seen, PV is equal to an nRT, general ideal gas equation. So ideal gas equation initial state में क्या होगा? P1 V1 is equal to N1 RT. P1 V1 is equal to N1 RT and P2 V2 is equal to N2 RT. P2 V2 is equal to N2 RT. Sorry, here P1 is given, but we have to take here P2. Here we have to P2. By mistake it is P1, but it is P2. So P1 V1 is equal to N1 RT and P2 V2 is equal to N2 RT. This second P1 is not there, it is P2. By mistake in typing, it is P1, but it is P2. Therefore, delta H is equal to E2. Now, instead of P2 V2, here is the P2 V2. P2 V2 is equal to N2 RT. P2 V2 is equal to N2 RT minus E1 minus P1 V1. P1 V1 किसके बराबर है? N1 RT के. So minus N1 RT. So delta H is equal to E2 plus N2 RT minus E1 minus N1 RT. Therefore, take the terms of E2 and E1 एक जगह लीजिए, E2 और E1 के टर्म्स. Therefore, delta H is equal to E2 minus E1 प्लस ये E2 minus E1 प्लस, अब देखिए प्लस N2 RT minus N1 RT. तो दोनों में क्या है? RT कॉमन है. So we can take outside the bracket. तो ब्रैकेट में क्या रहेगा फिर? N2 minus N1. N2 minus N1 into that is RT. So delta H is equal to E2 minus E1 plus N2 minus N1 into RT. Therefore, delta H is equal to, now this E2 minus E1, instead of this E2 minus E1, we can write here delta E. It is nothing but change in internal energy. Now N2 minus N1, what we can write instead of this N2 minus N1? That is the delta N and RT as it is. So this is the final equation, that is delta H is equal to delta E plus that is delta N RT. Now delta N could be both positive and negative. Delta N पॉजिटिव भी हो सकता है और नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है, and hence enthalpy change could be greater or smaller than internal energy change. तो क्या होगा? Enthalpy change could be greater or smaller than the internal energy change when the number of moles increases or decreases as a result of chemical reaction. So this is the, that is a expression for that is internal energy change. Okay. Now next is that is the heat capacity. Heat capacity. We have to see the definition of heat capacity. That is, heat capacity is denoted by that is the C. So what is the definition of heat capacity? The quantity of heat is required to raise the temperature of a system through 1 degree centigrade under the given condition is called heat capacity. It is denoted by C. यहाँ देखिए amount of heat capacity क्या है? Amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the system through 1 degree centigrade is called heat capacity. यानी किसी सिस्टम का टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाने के लिए दरकार हीट को, उसकी जो है हीट कैपेसिटी हम जो है कहते हैं. द क्वांटिटी ऑफ हीट is required to raise the temperature of system through 1 degree centigrade under the given condition is called is called heat capacity. Now C is equal to Q upon delta T. This is the formula for that is heat capacity. C is equal to Q upon delta T, or C is equal to dQ upon dt. So this is the heat capacity. यानी किसी सिस्टम का टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाने के लिए जितनी हीट दरकार होती है उस हीट को हम क्या कहेंगे? हीट कैपेसिटी. दैट इज क्वांटिटी ऑफ हीट required to raise the temperature of system through 1 degree centigrade under the given set of condition is called heat capacity. It is denoted by C. It is denoted by, that is the capital C. So C is equal to Q upon delta T or C is equal to dQ upon dt. Now molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity, the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of substance. दोनों सेम ही हैं. What is the difference? खाली यहाँ पे 1 mole, यहाँ पे हमने amount of, that is quantity of substance ली थी हमने. यहाँ पे आपको that is the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of substance. 1 mole substance लेना है और 1 mole substance का जो टेम्परेचर है 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाना है. वी हैव टू इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ 1 मोल ऑफ सब्सटेंस थ्रू 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. तो 1 मोल सब्सटेंस का जो टेम्परेचर है 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाने के लिए जितनी हीट दरकार होती है उस हीट को हम जो है मोलार हीट कैपेसिटी कहते हैं. मोलार मीन्स 1 मोल, 1 मोल लेना है आपको. दैट इज द क्वांटिटी ऑफ हीट रिक्वायर्ड टू रेज the temperature of 1 mole of substance through 1 degree centigrade is called molar heat capacity. यानी 1 मोल सब्सटेंस की जो हीट है या टेम्परेचर है 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाने के लिए जितनी हीट दरकार होती है उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? मोलार हीट कैपेसिटी. नाउ मोलार हीट कैपेसिटी ये दो तरह के होते हैं. दैट इज मोलार हीट कैपेसिटी एट कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, molar heat capacity at constant pressure and molar heat capacity at constant volume. दोनों सेम है. देखिए ओनली डिफरेंस इज दैट एक में जो है प्रेशर कांस्टेंट है और दूसरे में वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट है. बाकी का पार्ट एज इट इज है. सो वी सी 1 by 1, that is first molar heat capacity at constant pressure. Molar heat capacity at constant pressure. Now it is denoted by Cp. Molar heat capacity at constant pressure is denoted by, that is Cp. So what is the definition? It is defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas. यानी 1 मोल गैस का जो है टेम्परेचर आपको 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड से बढ़ाना है. तो उसके लिए कितनी हीट दरकार होती है? एट कांस्टेंट प्रेशर. उस हीट को हम कहेंगे molar heat capacity at constant pressure. That is, it is defined as quantity of heat required to raise यानी increase करना, बढ़ाना, the temperature of 1 mole of gas through 1 degree centigrade at constant pressure. यानी 1 मोल गैस का जो टेम्परेचर है 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ाने के लिए जितनी हीट दरकार होती है उस हीट को हम कहेंगे that is the molar heat that is capacity. लेकिन कंडीशन क्या है? at constant pressure. हमने क्या किया है इसमें? प्रेशर को कांस्टेंट रखा है और इसे हम जो है it is denoted by Cp. It is denoted by Cp. So I will repeat again. That is molar heat capacity at constant pressure. It is defined as quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas through 1 degree centigrade at constant pressure. It is denoted by Cp, and mathematically it can be given as Cp is equal to dQ upon dt at constant pressure, or Cp is equal to dH upon dt. Cp is equal to dH upon dt. So this is the molar heat capacity at constant pressure. Now next is molar heat capacity at constant volume. दोनों में these two definitions are same. Only difference is that in first definition constant pressure is there, while in second definition constant volume is there. So what is the definition? Same definition, only that is it takes place at constant pressure and it takes place at constant volume. It is defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas through 1 degree centigrade. यहाँ तक तो सेम ही है. आगे at constant volume, यहाँ पे क्या है? at constant pressure है और यहाँ पर जो है at constant volume. So that is same definition is there. Only difference is that is first one takes place as constant pressure and second that is it takes place as constant volume. Now it is denoted by volume constant is there, so CV. यहाँ पे pressure constant है इसलिए CP और यहाँ पर क्या है? Volume constant है, so it is denoted by that is the CV. Now mathematically CV is equal to dq upon dt at constant volume, or CV is equal to dE upon dt. CV is equal to dE upon dt. Now remember the formula also, that is CP is equal to dH upon dt. This is the important formula. In the next bit we have to prove, that is we have to see relation between CP and CV. Relation between CP and CV. And so remember this formula, CP is equal to dH upon dt and CV is equal to dE upon dt. So up to this, that is we okay, remaining part of the topic we will be discussing the next period. If any difficulty is there, then ask. As any difficulty, please write in chat box. If any question, any difficulty, only 1 minute is remaining, 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, only 2 beats are remaining from this topic. कल ये हमारा टॉपिक जो है कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. ओके, सो उसके बाद इस पर जो है हम टेस्ट भी लेना है और प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व करना है, न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स. जब न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम चलेंगे तो आपको कैलकुलेटर और लॉग टेबल जो है आपको साथ रखना है. ओके, सो वी विल स्टॉप हियर. थैंक यू.